to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone. And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving. So get it to the horses. Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go play action. Mayfield. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Mayfield down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Second down and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Mayfield. Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jamie Gillen as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a second down. Fields now to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The reception to Whalen. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 50, here's Fields. And he'll look downfield for Waller. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Bears. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mayfield now from the 50.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off with great anticipation. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Franklin. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fields. That's complete. It's Collins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because it plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns drive about to get started
as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Shedding through the defense. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Fields.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's 2nd and 9.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Fields.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears add on. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case...
Oh, a strip! The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Point after, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Play action. It's Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point up and through, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
On first down, it's Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw again on second down, Fields. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Fields throw complete here to Waller.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fields throwing again.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Let's get him.
Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Again, Fields. Flushed out right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Santos now to add the PAT.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Jalen Johnson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. The throw over the middle taken in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
That's complete. It's Collins. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Fields on 3rd down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It got his man complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score.